welcome back to YogaTX. My name is Lauren, and today I'm just going to guide you guys through just a little gentle 10-minute yoga flow to kind of connect, touch base with different parts of our body. Just a very basic intro, maybe great for morning practice before work if you don't have a lot of time. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started on our hands and knees. So as always, feel free to take a blanket and cushion up the knees. I know, especially if you have sensitive knees or concrete floors or anything of that nature, it can be really helpful. And we'll start by planting the palms right beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, bringing a little tiny bend to those elbows so we don't hyperextend lock out our arms. And we'll start to move through some cat-cow here. So on an inhalation, drop the belly, lift the heart, gently lift the gaze. And as we exhale, curling first with the tailbone, curl through the shoulders, release the head, release the neck, arcing up like a cat. We'll move through this a few times at your own breath pace, inhaling as we drop the belly, lift the gaze, and exhaling to arc and round and curl up. Moving through this 3 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Really just bringing a little warmth, a little movement into the spine. Starting to release anything we might be holding on to. Then we'll come back to a neutral spine here. So planting the palms right, we'll plant, really root down with the right palm here, extending the left fingertips out long, extend the right toes back. Maybe there's a bit of a balance challenge here if it's a little too intense, if you feel like you're falling over. Both palms down, whichever option you choose. Inhale as we lengthen out long, and exhale, hug the knee into the elbow. Inhaling to lengthen, and exhale, hug it in. Really just starting to gently engage the core here. Strengthen through the back body. Again, whichever option you choose. Inhale, and exhale. We'll take one more deep inhalation, and if you've got your arm lifted, really lengthen out through the fingertips, lengthen out through the heel. One more deep breath in. And then you can either keep this hand lifted and start to move that right leg out. So maybe you lower the hand, hold it here for just a breath. And exhale, release the right toes down. You can bend your knee to wiggle it over. We'll start to come into the hips a little bit now. So just lean over into that right hip, making some circles. Just getting that synovial fluid moving through the joint. Maybe releasing all that sitting that we do at our desks and our cars. One more circle this direction. And then reverse circle. Maybe pausing in a place that needs a bit of an extra stretch. Take 2 more circles this way. Really remembering to breathe here. And then bringing the weight back onto that left knee. Lift the right toes up, bending that knee. We're gonna start to massage the calf here a little bit. So place that right knee, hug it in, and just kind of gently press down on that left thigh. Maybe taking some circles here, just very gently. Maybe rubbing that knee back and forth along the length of the calf. Perhaps pausing in a place where you feel a little extra tightness. We'll take 2 more breaths here, just to kind of give ourselves a little self-massage. And then release, coming back to center. You can sit the hips to the heels for a moment. Just roll out the wrists a little bit. Give them a little bit of a break. And then we'll come back forward onto our hands and knees and reverse that to the other side. Inhale as we lengthen out the toes, lengthen out the right arm, left leg, really growing long through the spine rather than crunching up. Really want to lengthen out. Inhale deeply and exhale, hug the knee in towards elbow. And they don't have to touch, but just work towards that direction. Inhale it long, gaze down, neck long. Exhale, hug it in. Let's find 3 more of these. Inhale long, again, whichever option with the hands you choose. Taking one more inhale, one more exhale. And then inhale, lengthen out long, lengthen it. See if you can challenge yourself by holding one more breath than you'd like. And then exhale, extend the left toes out. Maybe feel that hip fire up a little bit. And release the left toes down, starting to come into some circles. And that left hip again. Noticing if the left side feels a little different than the right. That's okay. Pausing for an extra breath into one hip or one place within this movement, and then start to reverse your circles. Again, if the wrists are starting to feel it, you can come onto the fists if you'd like, or keep the palms planted bright. Take one more breath here, and then just lift those left toes up and back, lengthening long. And then place the left knee right into that kind of groove of the knee and start to massage into that right calf muscle. Can make little circles, move the leg up and down, that calf. Maybe pause in a place that feels a little extra tightness. I know for me, for some reason, my left calf always feels so much tighter than my right. So just notice if there's a little bit of difference between the sides. We'll take one more breath here. And then exhale, release, sitting the hips back. Go ahead and roll out the wrists a little, maybe both directions. And then coming forward, we'll take one final down dog here. So tuck the toes, press into the palms, lift the hips, release the head, just to stretch out our hamstrings a little, bring our back body into the equation here. So feel free to pedal the feet, to bend the knees, especially if you are practicing in the morning or practicing with a little bit more hamstring tightness. And come into a place of stillness. We'll take one more deep breath here. And exhale, sigh it out the mouth. And then dropping the knees. We'll separate the knees as wide as the mat. Toes come to touch. And just release back into child's pose. Forehead rests against the mat. We'll spin the palms to face up to give the wrists a break. And we'll take 3 breaths here in child's pose. Finishing up that 3rd breath, just gently walk the hands and maybe releasing, readjusting the knees. You can slide a block underneath your hips if you'd like. Remembering to take a pause before you rush off to whatever else you're doing. And thank you very much for sharing your practices with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And if you like what you see, like us on Facebook, follow the channel, check out more of my videos, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.